What's up, beautiful chasers? I am reacting to the Nintendo Direct as we speak. So going into it immediately, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. Of course, you know your boy's gonna love this. I love Dragon Quest. So this is obviously, we knew this was coming. This is the next extension of, the part 3 HD 2D remake. It looks exactly the same, similar style, of course. I think this is great because, part 1, Dragon Quest 1 for the NES is, it's the OG, it's the originator. However, it's, gotten cumbersome over the years. There have been other remakes, of course, but they're giving it the treatment now, I'm assuming there's going to be more voice acting as well, just like there is in DQ3 remake. So, this is cool. I'm excited. I didn't think it was going to be coming this fast. I don't know what the release date was on it. Release date says 2025, so that means she's coming. We're already a quarter of the way into 2025, so I'm super excited for this one. Art style, obviously awesome. I'm still playing part 3 right now, so I gotta. This is gonna give me some incentive to hurry up and finish. So, killer. No sleep for Kaname Date. Wow, that is a mouthful. It looks pretty sweet though. I'm not familiar with the series, but it looks pretty cool. Looks like it's going to be kind of like, little action, little RPG elements, little bit of, maybe visual novel, not quite. But it looks pretty sweet. The art style is pretty cool, reminiscent of like, say Persona or, Metaphor. I would definitely at least open this thing up and, play a few minutes of it just to see what's going on. So it looks pretty sweet. I like that. I like that anime style. It looks pretty sweet. It's bright, loud colors, a lot of fun stuff. There's puzzles involved as well. So it looks pretty cool. Raidou Remastered, Mystery of the Soulless Army. This is a remaster. It's an Atlas game, so it's gonna be pretty sweet. I mean, looking at the gameplay, it's, obviously it's Persona vibes. At the end of the day, it's just a monster catching game. You can use your monsters as allies to advance the storyline. So, Atlas is pretty cool. Are they a one-trick pony? That's a great question. I mean, if they are, it's an awesome trick. So, there's that. But it looks pretty sweet. I'm down to try this one out. Shadow Labyrinth. Well, it immediately says you control a yellow orb named Puck. And I'm like, oh, Puck Man, eh? Slipped it in there. But fortunately, at the end, the reveal of this trailer is it's a twist on Pac-Man. I was like, they got pretty close to directly ripping it off. So good on them. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if I got time for this one. This might be a pass for me. It looks nice. It's visually looks pretty sweet, but it might not be for me. But pretty cool though. Patapon 1+2 replay. Man, I haven't played Patapon since the PSP. I got a copy of it sitting somewhere. I could probably go grab it out of the space. Looking pretty cool. It's a rhythm game, so if you're a fan of those things, if you're a fan of rhythm games, this is definitely something for you. I'd definitely go check it out. It's just a bit of fun. It looks pretty cool. Clearly, it looks like the graphics are updated, of course, so this could be a fun one just to sort of turn on and play when you have a little bit of time in between other games, or if you just, if you got a little bit of time to waste, so I'd go for it. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. It's a farming and life sim. This is not for me. It looks pretty cool. It's cute. I mean, for the right person, definitely could look pretty fun. It's a DS remake. It's just, for me, sometimes these things are a time suck, and I already suck enough of my time doing other stuff, playing other games. The closest thing I get to this is the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, when I get into my side quests, doing crafting and gathering and such like that. So again, this was a pass for me. Looks super cute though. If you like farming and life sim type things, I'd go for it. So get at it. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Well, finally an actual trailer. Looks pretty sweet. I just started playing Metroid Prime on the GameCube, so I'm a little far behind, but it looks pretty dope. It seems like Samus has psychic abilities now that are going to be bestowed upon her, which is pretty cool. Interesting to see how that's going to play out. I'm down to play this one. At the end of the day, the thing that my bugaboo is, I'm not really into first-person shooters, and I feel like at the core, that's what this is. So for me, to get around that is, I'm going to have to really dig into the Metroid aspect of this thing and say, well, it's a Metroid game. You do like that, so ooh, well, woo. My question here is, obviously this says it's a Switch release. I'm curious to see if it's going to be on a Switch 2 with, enhanced, graphics, etc. Because it looks like it could be really nice, and I'm sure it's going to be on the Switch 2. It's got to be. They wouldn't release a game like this at the end of the Switch life cycle without having it, be available on the Switch 2. So I'll wait for the Switch 2 release. I'm calling it now. Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. Well, this one looks pretty funny. I always like a little bit of villain backstory type stuff, so this could be fun. I probably won't play it, but it looks like it might be visual novel type thing mixed in with crafting. It looks like you're making potions and different drinks for these people and giving them to the villains and sort of advancing their storyline. So it could be fun. It could be a lot of reading. It could be, but it could be cool. Pretty fun to see all these villains all gathered around in one place and actually wearing different sort of costumes, different sort of looks than they have in the movies that you recognize them from. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. It's not for me at the end of the day, but it looks kind of cool. Witchbrook. Learn how to be a witch, learn how to craft spells, and learn how to craft other things and sell them. It looks pretty cool. It's got a nice 16-bit look to it. It's more sim style stuff. Again, this is going to be a game I don't have time for because it's, seems like it's pretty open-ended, all the crafting and the gathering and etc. I've already got my itch scratched with that with my with FF14. So visually it looks pretty sweet. And it's got a 4-player co-op so you can bring people in. That might be the most exciting aspect about it. Again, old Chaser's going to have to find 3 friends before doing any of that. Going to be a pass for me, but it looks cool, and for the right person, it looks like it could be pretty sweet. The Eternal Life of Goldman. You look like you're an adorable old man going through this platforming adventure. It looks like it could be fun. Nothing, low investment here. You just, start playing. So it looks like he uses a cane, and you can upgrade that as you go. I'd go for it for fun. Gradius Origins. Baby. Now you're talking my language. Okay, classic shooter series. Looks like you're gonna get all the old hits: Gradius 1 and 2, Life Force, even the Japanese Salamander and Salamander 2, and an all-new Salamander game, Salamander 3. I love Gradius series. This one would be for me for sure. I'll definitely if I can get a copy of this, I'll definitely go for it. This was mamma mia. Rift of the Necro Dancer, another rhythm game, looks pretty cool. I probably won't play it, although there was nice DLC for Celeste, and I love Celeste, so that might be something to pull me in, but a cutesy little rhythm game, looks pretty sweet. You hear that? That's my Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi Plaza, looking pretty cool. Classic and new Tamagotchis coming your way. Keep them alive, keep your shops alive is basically what this looks like. So it's a fun little sim type thing. Would I play it? Probably not. Are they cutesy characters? Yes. Do I like the way they talk? Absolutely. So could be worth a check out if you're into Tamagotchi series. Go for it. Pokemon Legends ZA. Now I haven't really played a Pokemon game, so this is whatever to me, but it looks kind of cool. Set in Lumio City, which is the setting of a couple other Pokemon games, as mentioned. There's day and night. There are Pokemon in the city that you can capture as well. Little zones. You guys tell me. Is this pretty sweet? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. I'm a casual. Looks like it could be something. I mean, it just looks like it might be more of the same from what I've seen. So I really couldn't tell you, but I need your help on this one. So let me know. Would I play it? I'd probably, turn it on and see what happens. But am I going to go get a copy? Probably not.
Hello there. Boop. The game you're about to see, boop, doesn't have a big, epic story. Boop. But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games. Boop.
Rhythm Heaven Groove, another rhythm game. This one looks like it's cool. I feel like these rhythm games, they boil down to if the characters are cute and the songs are cool. And I think this has a little bit of both. So I would definitely play this one over the other one I mentioned earlier. I'd go for it. Just a little bit of fun. The style looks pretty cool. Different, like I said, different little characters. I'd go for it. Now, let's talk about this virtual game card system. This looks pretty cool. I mean, I feel like this is sort of, trying to recreate, the idea of a physical game where it's like, well, you have the game, and if you want to, play it on a different system, you just pop it out and stick it into another system. Can't really do that with digital games. Usually it's like, you buy it for one thing and it's, it's there for good. So that's pretty cool. I think obviously things are going to be all digital soon enough, and this recreates that physical game aspect. The trailer says, oh, you're popping it out here and you can put it on the other one. So that's cool, and I like the aspect of letting, family members or whoever borrow the games, quote unquote. So it's basically you can lend it out to them for like, I think it said 2 weeks, and then it comes back to you. So cool idea. Kind of innovative, I'd say. So it's a cool way to deal with like some of the irritation of having a digital game. But people these days coming up, they don't like their physical media anyway. They just like the digital stuff. But this sort of like throws back to older physical media where you can kind of play a game on one console, pop it out, stick it to the other one, and go for it. So pretty cool idea. I'm down for it, I guess. But I mean, personally, I'll take physical over digital. Unless it's some little cheapy rinky-dink game that maybe I even already own, or it is so cool but it's only on digital, I don't know, but I go physical. Now they did mention you could swap digital games from the Switch to Switch 2 systems, so now we're talking. High on Life coming to the Switch, very interesting, Rockstar Kristen and I played this one on Xbox when it came out, so it's pretty sweet. Now my question is, there's quite a bit of violence and profanity in this game, so I'm wondering how Nintendo's going to handle that one. I wonder how the Switch version is going to handle that. So good, a question to ask. Saga Frontier 2 Remaster. Haven't played any Saga Frontier games, but it looks pretty cool. I would definitely go for this one. It's got that 16-bit look to it. It's a Square Enix game, of course, so I'm down for it. I've been looking to branch out my RPG game anyway because I'm stuck on one game, Final Fantasy 14. I gotta branch out. This could be something to get into, and I'm trying to get into the Switch more. I don't have that many Switch games to start with, so this could be. I probably would add RPGs to the list on Switch. So here we go. I'm ready. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This one looks pretty sweet. I was just playing the 4-player X-Men game at Player One Bar the other day. If you haven't seen that video yet, saw some sweet characters in this one. I saw Wolverine, Spider-Man, Captain America, Venom, Storm, a lot of X-Men. Pretty cool. 4-player couch co-op or online. This is definitely a one. It throws back to those old 4-player games in the arcades. This one's right up my alley. I'd definitely go for it. Tomodachi Life, living the dream. It's been 10 years since one of these came out, and the Miis look pretty cool. I love the way they talk. It's just a bit of fun. I don't know if I'd, get into this thing, but the gameplay looks pretty cool. Pretty cutesy. Obviously, your Miis are, doing what they do. This could be fun for somebody. I'll probably pass on it, but I like the way it looks. And it looks like we capped off the Direct with a launching of a new app called Nintendo Today. I'm going to download it the second I'm done recording this. Daily Nintendo news delivered to my phone. My gerd. Absolutely. Give me that. I need it in my life. So that's pretty sweet, and it's going to have Switch 2 stuff once the Direct comes out next week about the Switch 2. So that's pretty cool too. I'm going for it. So a lot of cool stuff mentioned today in the Direct. Overall, I'm pretty excited about the stuff that was mentioned today, so I'm going to be waiting in the wings for stuff. My big ones are going to be Dragon Quest 1 and 2, Metroid Prime 4 if I get into it as well. Saga Frontier is going to be another one. Oh, and that Gradius collection. I almost forgot that sweet shooter. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the future, and until then, beautiful chasers, please, 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 always remember, keep chasing them.
I love Rad Chaser. He is handsome and smart.